gentlemen, are you
Quite a
ready
matchup
for
on a gorgeous
championship
day here at Salem,
softball?
Virginia. A D2 softball champion will be crowned on this Memorial Day. #1 team in the nation over the last 3 months. That's West Texas A&M. They face off with the Valdosta State squad playing in its 3rd national championship game over the last 5 years. Alongside former Virginia Tech star Whitney Davis, I'm Brian Boesch. Thanks so much for joining us here on NCAA.com. The Lady Buffs and the Blazers moments away from the Division II national championship game. Whitney, West Texas A&M cruised in its first game here in the Roanoke Valley. Since then, 2 real nail-biters over Armstrong and Dixie State.
And Rainey Hokianga has really been the staple for this team. You know, they have a potent offense that really just hasn't got going.
Lady Buffs have an opportunity to become just the 4th Division II champion ever to finish the year with 60 or more wins, but they have never played on this stage before. Now, on the other hand, Valdosta State won it all 2 years ago. Blazers 9-3 in the championship game over the last 3 years. They've shown a ton of poise all weekend long.
They really have, and you know, back to back coming to this tournament, it really shows how experience helps.
Come from behind win in the opener Thursday over Wayne State. They had a run rule thumping on Friday as they thrashed Dixie State. And then last night, it was a Southeastern Oklahoma State squad that rallied back, almost came back from a 4-0 deficit, but Valdosta State did hold on for the victory. So it's a great clash between 2 really good programs here, and it's no real surprise that in this setting, neither team changing the batting order. For West Texas A&M, same 9 they've shown all tournament long, and the key for them, patience.
It really is, and they take a lot of pitches, so it'll be interesting to see how Hancock just handles the patience of these hitters.
Lady Buffs lead the championship with 19 walks, an NCAA record 337 this year. Both teams play really well defensively too. Valdosta State, the best defensive unit so far here at Salem, just 2 errors.
They've just been phenomenal on both sides of the ball. And again, you can't talk enough about their experience just getting them to the stage.
Brianna Hancock will start this national championship game. For the Blazers, she won the Super Regional clincher over Alabama Huntsville a week ago. She's been clutch this weekend as well. 2-0 ERA, 3.23, 4th among pitchers with 10 strikeouts. National championship game underway. First pitch is strike at 12:06. Glad you could join us here on a picture-perfect day for softball. Quickly 0-2 for a very patient hitter in Alyssa Lemos. 56 walks this year, and she's done a good job even when down in the count to force pitchers to work.
They absolutely do, and I like Hancock's approach, just going straight at them, but the one thing that West Texas A&M does is even if they're down in the count, they work it till it's almost full.
Another one fouled off. West Texas A&M, the visitor for the first time all championship long, is decided simply by a coin flip. But a little bit of justice because West Texas A&M was the #1 team in the nation, and they almost went the entire way through when batting second. The 0-2. Lemos working on a 9-game hitting streak. During that span, 481 hitter, 2 homers, 6 runs driven in. Remarkably, 13 runs scored for this very dangerous West Texas A&M offense. Hannah Strickland has it. 1 out. Good stretch from Kylie Russell.
You know, we saw yesterday West Texas A&M really didn't look like they were comfortable at the plate. Dixie State did a great job of getting ahead in the count on them. And they do take a lot of pitches, but when they were started to swing early in the count, that's just not their game plan. Mario Calabrese gets the call behind home plate today. His 3rd game as the balls and strikes caller. West Texas A&M saw him in its opener against LIU Post. This is Valdosta State's first encounter with Calabrese. Aaron Peterson over at first, John Bennett over at third. It's an honor for this trio to be on the national championship game stage as well. Tyler Wilkinson, the batter. The 0-1, just a bit outside. Wilkinson has done a great job setting the table for the power hitters to follow. She scored 4 times in this championship, tied for the lead among all players.
Hancock just misses. 2 balls and a strike.
That pitch was very close. I'm not sure if it comes back to Wilkinson that she'll let it go again.
Two balls and 2 strikes the way of Tyler Wilkinson, a .371 hitter. First ever trip to this stage for the Lady Buffs. They'd never been to the championship before this season. 3-0 so far. Both these clubs rolled through the first 4 days. Neither lost, so it's in essence now a single elimination game. Wave and a miss. Wilkinson goes down. Hancock with another strikeout.
That's just a great job by Hancock going after these hitters. They're such a potent offense, and she's just not backing down at all right now.
That's the 17th strikeout by Valdosta State overall, 11th for Hancock here in Salem. 2 outs for Renee Irwin. Irwin, the player of the year for Kevin Blaskowski, 9th-year coach here with West Texas A&M. He brought the program back. Was originally brought in just to consult, and after learning a bit about the situation, said, I want to coach here. Did a marvelous job, leading West Texas A&M to a 59-7 record, best winning percentage at the D2 softball level. The 0-1.
And that's the pitch that Hancock really wants to get. You know, that's very close to being a strike, and that's what was so hard for these hitters to hit yesterday, and you saw a lot of backwards Ks.
Hancock a strike away from a perfect top of the first against Irwin. .458 hitter, 18 homers, 75 runs driven in. Named that Ron Lenz Player of the Year just prior to this championship. And here comes the Valdosta State boss, Thomas Macera, to chat with Aaron Peterson at first base.
And I think that was an illegal pitch call, you know, and that could be huge with a hitter like Irwin up. You know, you have her down in the count, get an unfortunate illegal pitch call, and now you have to work with her count instead of yours.
Bit of a late call from Peterson there, but Hancock is called for it. So now 2 balls and a strike the way of Renee Irwin. Becerra was pretty calm about it. He's done a marvelous job here at Valdosta State as well. Just foul, 2-2. Becerra's 9th year with the Blazers. In his 14 years of coaching, he has reached the softball championship in 7 of those seasons.
Hancock has really done a great job of coming back, you know, fighting off that illegal pitch and just really not backing down from Irwin.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Good eye from Irwin. Again, this is a very patient West Texas A&M squad. That's why they've averaged 8.5 runs a game, highest ratio in D2 softball, on-base percentage, slugging percentage. Both those marks lead the way as well. Payoff. Irwin barely stays alive.
And that's really how they got their win yesterday. It was an unfortunate hit by pitch, barely nicking Irwin, and then a bases-loaded walk. And that made the difference in the game. Yeah,
Lady Buffs didn't have a run-scoring hit in that victory over the Red Storm yesterday to get here. Payoff. And it's low, ball 4. So Renee Irwin draws a 2-out walk. Lengthy battle goes the way of the 3-hole hitting right fielder. Keisha Dawkinson gets a chance for the Lady Buffs.
And Irwin has arguably been their best hitter all tournament, so You know, that's not really a bad call with Hancock being a little bit picky on what she throws her, especially with 2 outs, putting her on first.
Tried to get Irwin to chase her pitch. Didn't come into her. Here's Dawkison, just 1 for 8 here in Salem. First pitch strike. She did, though, collect the game-winning RBI, drawing a walk with a full count, bases loaded, bottom 5 against Dixie State. What a game that was yesterday. Both games that these two teams won to get here were awesome. Hancock once again ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes in the way of Dawkison, 13 homers, and one of 4 West Texas A&M hitters with 74 or more RBI. She's right at that 74 mark. Wind blowing out today, 2 potent offenses. That could play a factor.
And you said earlier, you know, both the games that were played yesterday were just great games, great battles, and it could come down to who hits last in this case, or who makes the first or last mistake.
Hancock's 0-2. The Valdosta State faithful, a pretty strong contingent here in the Roanoke Valley, react to that call, 1-2.
With an 0-2 count, that's really close to take, but that's West Texas A&M's game. And she did not miss that ball by much. She felt it straight back. She gets all of that. Could possibly be over the fence.
Renee Irwin, great speed at first. Dawkison trying to prolong this top of the first inning. National championship game. Now 2-2. This is the MO for West Texas A&M. They've done it so masterfully so far in this championship, and they thrived at it all year long. Even when they're down to the count 0-2, 1-2, they fight off pitches, they stay alive. Doing it here again. Another one just a sliver off the river.
She's really not missing by much with those pitches.
Hancock already over 20 pitches. She had to throw a lot this weekend. Popped up. There's the first baseman, Kylie Russin, and West Texas A&M spoils a 2-out walk. So Hancock posts a 0. Let's see what her counterpart, Southpaw Rita Hokianga, could do. This is the D2 National Championship game on NCAA.com.